Aloha Friday Hulahans. Danny
It
Rue,
is
Johnny
that
Bra
day.
here with
What's
you to
up?
talk a little bit Maui, a little bit real estate, a little bit current events, and a lot of nothing else. What's up, Johnny?
Sounds super fun to me, Danny. Aloha to you.
I mean, the whole idea of why we did this for some of the newer subscribers, thank you.
Yeah,
Good to have you guys here. The whole idea was really just to bring you into our behind the scenes conversations. Johnny and I
this
work
is it.
together as business partners. We are not in the same location, but we are texting back and forth all the time of, did you see this? What about this? Did you see this pricing? Did you see this deal? This is not a deal. We don't know why they're advertising this. These pictures are crazy. This one is well marketed. We just a little bit of
Yeah.
everything, and we thought, man, you guys might appreciate just kind of the raw, authentic, transparent, behind the scenes, how we think about things, how we talk to our clients, what we share, what we think about, and that's kind of why we're here. So if you find value in it, love to have you as a subscriber. Share it with someone else who might be interested, and tune in on the regular. If you have comments for us, questions, you want us to look at something for you, you want us to explore a topic, you want us to explain something, drop it in the comments, send us an email. If you're on island, reach out to Johnny. Grab a coffee, smoothie, Mai Tai, whatever your beverage of choice is, and just talk story. Here's some fun stuff about Maui and Molokai and history of Hawaii, all kinds of fun stuff. Johnny is an
Totally.
encyclopedia of good, exciting information.
If you surf, we can do a board meeting.
Hey, those are fun. The best board meeting you haven't been to yet with the Honu, all the turtles in the water.
Dude, I was literally like they're so like not scared anymore. It's almost annoying. I'm just gonna say, dude. Like literally I had them hopping up all over me today. Like literally
The
like right next
whack-a-mole.
door. I literally am like touching them, and I wanted to like jump on one and ride it because it was that big, but I pulled myself back. But man, there's some
Controversial
discussions.
statements. Too many
There's some
turtles.
there's controversial discussions between the natives and the turtle and the menu, man. But
So there you have it.
uh,
There's
that's it.
turtles galore, and is absolutely true. The last board meeting
Yep,
I was at, they were popping up all around me as well, and it's kind of crazy something that big pops up in the water, but it's exciting, and that's Maui,
it is.
right? You don't get
Yep,
that many other places. I've traveled a lot of places, snorkeled a lot of places, dove a lot of places. You see one turtle on a whole excursion, on a whole trip, people freak out. You'll see like one turtle every 15, 20 minutes surfing.
dude. Seriously, I mean, yeah, they are prolific. Like
Yeah.
lots and lots and lots and lots of turtles. My son's a fisherman. He can't stand them. Certain place he goes and fishes, he catches them all the time. Got to get them off. And these are the Maui problems, gang. This is what
Too
we
many
deal with
turtles, too
over
many
here. Yep.
beautiful wildlife
Con-
and this and that.
contra-
So
controversial. Hey,
it's kind of,
so yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. You got something.
Well, no, I was just going to dive in, just kind of bring them a quick update. The whole Minatoya list thing. Today
Yes.
was the technical deadline. However, there's been spirited testimony, 2 days worth. They're pushing a third day. That's next Wednesday, is it, Danny?
Monday, Monday.
Monday. So another that you can definitely watch it. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of good points on both sides there.
Yeah.
It's definitely a contentious topic right now for sure, and it has caused chaos in the market that continues. What else can I share? Sent out a deal of the week last week, wasn't it, with the Napili Surf little
Did surf
studio?
last week. Yep.
Dude, so it was occupied. I got in it yesterday. I shot a video. It is amazing, dude. And I mean, the view is there. It's hard to, like realtors, we're famous for peekaboo views. Oh, you can see the ocean. And then when you actually see how far back it is, but
Yep.
this one's right there. I mean, you are back, across a lawn, but it is
Yep.
right there. And the place is perfect, dude. I mean, the remodel is modern. It's got a great Murphy bed. I'm still a fan. They definitely want to sell it. Start at 750 down to 535. Haven't been on the market 2 months. This guy wants out. Napili Surf doesn't move. I mean, it's really, really boutique. 50 something total units. I think what 12, 20 of them sold since
Yeah.
like
About
2003.
13. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So anybody
Absolute
wants
deal
to
of the
see that
week.
video, it is.
Yeah,
Hit me
if you
up.
go if you're on our channel, you can find it under the little tab deal of the week. You could check out the videos, the double and I titled video. You can check it out there and why we say it's a deal of the week. If you want more info or see the video that Johnny sent, just give us a shout. Send us
Yep.
an email, text, any of that kind of thing. We dropped another deal of the week this week in Apili Villas. So every
Yes.
every week we drop a deal of the week, and you can check those out on the channel as well. But Napili Villas, 3 bed, 2 bath. We just closed on one a month ago for
Yep.
775, Johnny. 2 bedroom,
Two
2 bath.
bedroom. Beautiful, beautiful remodel. However, not one of the downstairs ones with a yard.
Yep.
This one's an upstairs unit as well, but a 3-2 listed at 795, started out aspirationally at 1,038,000 because that one sold for over 1 million there. That's the new pricing, right? That's
Yes.
how we humans think.
So
Yep.
down almost 300,000. I think there's still wiggle room. Still
I
wiggle
think
room
I
in
think
that.
they
They
want
want to move
out.
on from it.
That's it. They want out. So
Deal of the
yes,
week.
indeed.
Deal of the week. So yeah, testimony's hot. Those videos are out in the cyberspace if you want to watch them back. I've been watching back all the testimony. It's kind of interesting. There are definitely
What did
points to both
what did that
sides.
one what did that one attorney mention? He was a previous attorney general for Oahu
The previous governor, he was the attorney general for
or
the previous governor,
governor. Ah, okay, for
uh,
Ige.
Abercrombie. Was that before Ige?
Oh, way before then. So way back in the day.
Okay, maybe
Okay,
15 years ago,
Neil.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, he's a former AG. He's been involved with a few of these situations. He basically said, pull back the bill. You don't want to deal with the legal ramifications of it. He now works for Airbnb, so the council was
Hmm.
very, very quick to point out that you mean the AG who is the lobbyist for Airbnb. So he obviously has a new role in the equation, but I think it doesn't make sense to totally discount his previous experiences as a AG in these cases.
Might be why they hired him. Just saying.
Yes. Worth the money. I didn't even think about Airbnb being a player in this conversation, but I'm like, okay, if they take
Oh,
away all of those, then that's a lot of potential revenue for Airbnb. So it makes
certainly
sense,
is.
but I didn't really think about it previously.
Yep.
So there's points to either side. Hopefully we have some sort of position forward at some point. Kind of my deduction from some of the conversation is they're going to do something and there might be some nuance to it at the end of the day. They seem to be a little bit more open to certain properties staying and going after certain other properties. You do feel they are concerned a little bit about the costs of things as people start to explain, like, hey, yeah, I'm actually in one of these properties and here's how much it costs me to rent it. And there are these other community created housing, government created housing that have availability for less money. So one particular lady said she has a 1 bedroom, 1 bath condo with all the fees. She's paying 52.40 per month. That's what she would charge as a rental for a 1 bedroom. And she suggested if you look at the county availability of workforce housing rental units, you can find 3 bedroom apartments for 3,000 or less. So consider your
Brand new.
alternatives.
Brand
Brand new.
new, dude. I know where that one is. Just below Kealani, got a pool over there. And then they just built the ones as you're coming down from the Nada bypass into still Lahaina. They built all those new ones. They're rebuilding that one that was by the old Star Noodle up above, in the industrial section there. So, I think these are some smart moves because, man, the whole workforce housing with the house thing just seemed like, it just seems so against what they're trying to accomplish because they don't want to build, and yet
Yeah,
they build workforce housing that was always benefiting exactly one family who
one
would have to
family.
win a lottery, and then they would literally win the lottery. They would make $1 million off the deal. No BS.
Yeah,
Insanity. Man, yeah, I don't know how
absolutely.
we're going to get ourselves out of a housing crisis where we don't want to build, but we have the housing crisis. I don't know how that works, but I'm just a humble realtor with a big mouth. So,
Yeah, 73 years is the number we heard in terms of what it's going to take to build the amount of units that they think that they need, which is interesting considering that's what they need now. So after and during these 73 years, I'm sure that number only increases as more people want to come to the island. I think one other thing that
mm,
was kind of interesting is there's really the perspective that everyone that's ever left the island did so because they had to. And I'm just not sure that is 100% the case.
We roam around. I left the islands,
You
Danny.
left the island. Your
I,
son is on the mainland
dude,
studying
I
university.
tell people the reason why we left is we were having children. It was expensive here. The fact of the matter is I was drinking too much. And
Hmm,
I moved to the desert and I tried out. I needed a
yeah.
change of environment. So we moved for different reasons. And guess what? I'm excited about that move to Arizona. It gave me a new career. And also, it really, really showed how much I love Maui. Because when I came back home, I don't drink anymore. This place is a place of light. And it was a dark place for me. So, my kids, my son lives on Oahu now because there's more action there for a young person. There's real stuff going on. There's a reason why a lot of people of kids on Maui surf, and a lot of them will
Yeah.
tell you there's nothing else to do but surf and then jump off high cliffs into the ocean. Boom! What a life.
Hopefully, don't step on fishing hooks.
There you go. But maybe we should dive into this Hulahan, Danny.
So
Let's do the
lots of
numbers.
reasons. Not everything is cut and dry across the board on either side.
Nope.
There's locals for the bill. There's locals against the bill. There's transplants for the bill. There's transplants against the bill. So we do really have a bit of a representation of our culture as a whole of the American culture, and there's differing opinions and people that see both sides, and ultimately we'll see what comes of it.
So true.
All right, let's jump in. Kind of a
All
slow
right.
news day. Things, I mean, we mentioned on Monday's episode that the last couple of months the market has sold about 60 condos. And in May, that number dropped down to 24. And so I think you're seeing a lot less news for us to talk about, Johnny.
I mean, that's significant, dude, when you think about it, bro. I mean, it
Yeah,
really, really
my
is.
mom was watching the Monday's episode. Shout out, mom. Aloha to you.
Hey.
She was listening. She was shocked. She was like, because she heard my guess was 45. It dropped down to
Yeah.
45. You told us the big news dropped down to 24 sold in a whole month. She was shocked by that. She was like, "Wow, that is almost at a standstill."
It's a big deal, man. I mean, well, so a little bit of a recovery now. I just dropped in contract date June 1st, all pending. I got 30.
30. But those
Yep.
are not all
So a
going to
slight
close this
increase.
month.
This is true. And we're on the
So
20th already. So still, I don't think we're going to get hit 60.
30 for the month. Wow.
Yep. So far.
Definitely definitely not 60. Some of those will probably go out 60 days, 70 days. Some will
Yep.
close
And
quicker,
here's
but
why.
hmm,
Here's a great example. I mean, so it's a trophy unit all day long. 1,500
yes.
square feet. I mean, it's right there, Kaanapali Shores.
Front
Started out at a
row.
million five for a leasehold. So, what are the numbers? Well, my maintenance fee is 4,600,
Oh,
and then I got an additional 1,305 for my maintenance fee.
wow.
And how long is my lease for there, Danny? Scroll up real quick.
Yes, sir.
So 45. So I got another 20 years on there. I can get myself a 15-year mortgage. That's it.
And
My
taxes.
taxes a
So,
month.
Johnny, help me do some math there. 2,500,
So let's call it
4,500.
let's call it 6 grand all in for lease and AOAO fees.
Yep.
So I'm about 8,500 to carry this thing a month. So I need to clear I need
8,500.
17,000. I need 17,000 a month in revenue, Danny. Can you get it for
Wow.
me?
Wow. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can get that for you.
All right. Well, work on it for me, would you?
But 262 days. So
Yeah.
it's it's hard to pitch that as a real deal.
This is somebody that wants to sell, but again,
Yeah.
as long as I get kind of my price, and
Yes.
there's a lot of that going on. This is not the behavior that I look for. 260 down,
Yeah.
260,000 down in 262 days. No, you're not waving your hands. I get you feel it's a trophy unit. I do.
It makes me chuckle a bit, Johnny. It reminds me of one of the testimonies I heard on Wednesday that said, there's all these people lamenting that they can't sell their condos right now, but if they just slash the price by 50%, they could sell it tomorrow. Why don't they do that? It was kind of entertaining to think that, yeah, we'll just sell it for a 50% discount. No big deal.
Yep.
Nobody does that. Nobody operates like that in the world. Unless
It's
you own the $65 million oceanfront Kiavakapu, then you sell it for 25.
fascinating animals, aren't we, Danny? We can justify
Absolutely.
anything, and
For someone
absolutely
else, we can
right
justify
back to
something
us.
for someone else anytime, right?
Dude, kind of a deal here, not gonna lie. I
Feeling
haven't seen
like
the
it.
grand champions. It's starting to get lower. I still don't think that gets it done. Again, 235 days in. I'm basically dropped 185,000. So,
Well,
yeah, I don't think that's
let's
going to
take a
get it
look.
done.
When did they drop it to
See, there's the rub.
899? Oh, it went
See,
pending.
they got an offer. They got an offer. So that makes somebody say, man, I'm going to stick with my price. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, you're going to have to do a reduction after it comes back on market because the thought's always like, why is it back on the market, John?
So probably canceled during home inspection.
Yep.
So didn't like something,
Yep.
some sort of
Got cold
disclosure
feet. Probably got the understanding that it's an apartment zone condo. That could have been one of the things as well. That's
in
why the
Wailea.
disclosure is so important from the very beginning, man. Let's not hope. This isn't a game of hope. Woo, down 300,000 here. Very interesting home in a very interesting location. This is outside of Wailuku, kind of up above, like, I don't know, is it Waihu or Waihehe? I mean, it's on the way towards Kaukaloa, if you
Show
would.
them where this place is at.
There it is. Show 'em where civilization is. So yeah, a little community around there, but there's all of the major neighborhoods there, and then we start getting into some lower
Yeah.
density stuff there around the river.
Before the craziness of the road.
There it is. Those hairpin turns there, going to one lane.
So you got a little privacy on a half acre.
Yep.
Interesting home. I mean, yeah, that's not for everyone.
No, I mean 2003. This thing was amazing, and now it kind of feels like it needs a refresh on the inside. Looks like a fresh paint job maybe outside. But
Right.
yeah, cool space with the river going there. Probably
Literally
gonna have
right
to
on the
get
river.
flood insurance. Probably gonna need flood insurance, I'm gonna imagine.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting one. So down 300,000. We'll see how long it sits.
Yeah, price per square foot getting better. This got to be Mountain View here. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna get it done either.
No,
You seem to be
backside.
going like I think I seen 114, 15 going. It's rough when you got that view.
I mean, that's not what you come to Maui for.
I mean, somebody's gonna rent it because they're cheap and you'll charge less than you would an ocean front. So, I mean, I think it still rents, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, it does because you got hotels like the Westin that half the hotel rooms are facing the parking lot, and people still
this is so true.
rent them. But
That's it.
it is definitely a downer. I know
Yep.
when we moved to Hawaii, Flora was working for Marriott, the Westin. They put us up in the hotel as a nice gesture to welcome us to the island. Right smack dab on the parking lot, second floor. Just all the smells, all the heat, all the noise. It was interesting to say the least.
Can't build them all ocean front, can we? Or we would.
This is true.
Here we go.
Kahi.
Kihea kahi. So this is the behavior I like to see right here, right? Start aspirationally. The conversation probably went, okay, well, we can start pricing there. However, if we don't get showings, we're going to need to start reducing. So, dude, 950 for a hotel zoned 2 bedroom these days with a bit of view, starting to smell deal-ish. And I know there's probably room there. And 92 days in, you're doing these types of reductions. You want out.
You went out.
Okay?
Get me out of here.
So this is why I feel these days, dude, the ones that are not oceanfront pencil the best because that maintenance fee is not horrible for a 2 bedroom hotel zone condo these days. That's TBR.
That's it. Still pretty basic
Yeah.
inside. I mean, you're not commanding the luxury. When we talk to our client who owns in Kapalua, I mean, she's done them up to the nines. They are luxurious. This is
This is builder
basic.
grade.
This
It
is
looks
builder
builder grade.
grade. There you
Did a
go.
little bit of an upgrade on the cabinets there, raised cabbies, but yeah, lots of
Did a
carpet
couple of things. So I think that does play into your price as
pricing there.
well and what people are willing to pay. I mean, if it's decked out to the nines and it looks amazing, I think you can command a little bit more or get the attention quicker. And if it's not, then people are kind of like, so we're
Facts.
we're seeing a few of these. We got so Kihei Kahi at 950, Kihei Ali'i Kai Hotel Zone a little bit further down. That one was at 899, right?
Yep. Yep.
So starting to see kind of dropping below a million on the 2 bedroom hotel zone vacation rentable units. So
Facts. So the whole new hula, the turtle hula.
turtles are dancing.
That's it. Huh. That's an interesting setup there. Oh no, I'm looking at yard off to that other side, or am I? Just with that garage smack dab in the middle there. So it looks like maybe a split
Yeah,
plan. You got
yeah.
master maybe on one side. Yeah, that still feels very aspirational to me. I get that it's a newer build attached to Hana. Okay, so there's some rentability. One bed, one bath, 512.
That
It's our
must
buddy
be what
Jeannie.
that little parking lot is. If
Yeah.
we can show it. Ah, there you go.
Oh, there we go. There you go. So separate entrance there. I like that.
So off to that side is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, interesting little spot.
Ooh, I like the fact that I saw central air, so that's a good thing.
There you go.
All right.
So that's the rub. 3-2,
Yep. Yep.
1600 square feet,
That's it.
1.675.
Booyah. Low
Ocean
Kailani. I mean, that's a
front.
trophy unit there, Danny, but she's apartment zoned. So I don't know. I like the square footage there.
Spacious for sure.
Yeah. So Lokelani, that is the flower of Maui, which is a pink rose, not technically an indigenous plant, but that is our flower. Lokelani.
Upstairs, downstairs unit. Yeah, I mean this gets all kinds of interesting in terms of pricing and what things will happen with Minatoya moving forward. Does this become local residential for families who want to live in something like this? I don't know.
Man,
I mean, I would love to live in a place like this for sure.
$1,700 for maintenance fees just tells me
Those are
what
expensive.
happens when that goes up.
And it
I'm
does
living there.
usually go up, right?
If it doesn't, that's not a well managed place because I hate to say it, but prices keep going up. Here's another person. So they came in somewhat perceived market value
Sure.
and now doing some incremental reductions. So this again is the start of the behavior that we look for. I want to sell.
I
I'm going
like
to
it.
keep
Let's talk
reducing.
about that behavior a little bit, Johnny. So a
Yeah.
lot of people come to us, hey, send us a deal, tell us what the deal's. If I see a deal, I'll buy a deal. Uh,
Yep.
for us, we kind of see this every day. We're in the market, we're seeing things. So you talk about a behavior that starts to show you like what is a deal. It's not just the price, but what are you seeing as, hey, this is showing there might be opportunity here.
Again, I mean, 60 days in, starting to do some price reductions. Didn't start out at like 800 and then peel it back. So didn't go aspirational. Um, yeah, that's what I want to see. Somebody that is actively finding the market is what it is these days, right? It is
Yeah.
difficult to say, so three different pricing strategies. We got your aspirational, which is the common. I'm just going to price it above what last sold there, so I leave some room for negotiation. What everybody wants to do, longest
Yep.
days on market. That's that plan. Then you've
Yep.
got perceived market value. I'm going to come in right where the last one sold, and then you have the event-based pricing, which is where you're going to come below. The difficulty in our market right now, Danny, is sometimes that event-based pricing is actually market-based pricing because, frankly, our market is going down.
We're going down.
It is. So I think they started out here not aspirationally. They started out perceived market value. And now, because that's not working, they're going to start doing these reductions here. So I don't know if
Yes,
15
sir.
is going to get it done in 60 days, but when we watch it continue to pop up here in the hot list with price reductions, that's the behavior.
Start paying attention. So let's dive into that a little bit for buyer psychology. I mean, if you see someone come out with a auction like event-based pricing,
Yeah,
you're going to say it's a deal, but we're going to be a little bit cautious about it because we know they're going for multiple offers, and that could turn into a bit of a situation for potential buyers. Versus
it,
if you're coming in perceived market value and you're going the other way, you're slowly going down and chasing something, it gives potential buyers a little bit more wiggle room to maybe negotiate even further and actually get more of a deal. Would you agree with
it's
that?
correct. I do.
So
And guys,
this
this is
is,
how a listing presentation goes with us. We're going to talk you through these three different strategies here, and then we're going to
yep,
ask you the question based off of your personal timeline and your personal goals, which one makes the most sense for you?
that's it. And inversely, as a potential buyer, we're going to have the same conversation with you because this strategy plays in on both sides and there's different approaches to it. Like there
Yep,
is actual strategy to this game. It's not just see something, like something, buy something. We got to talk about what that potentially means for you. And is there more wiggle room? And can we squeeze some more juice out of the lemon? Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't.
that's it. It's not all about, oh, I'm the best agent. It's the I'm the most experienced agent, right? It's not
Mm,
time in the trenches. It's how many deals you've done. That's the only way you learn in this industry. I mean, when they talk about the average agent in America sells what, 4 or 5 homes a year? I
yeah,
mean, so 20 years in, you've done 100 deals?
not a lot of action
No.
because there's a lot to be learned in this business.
So here's the behavior right here, right, Danny? At least
Starting.
a little 5,000, right? Juliet knows the game there.
Mm,
Um, Still those fees for Holly Royale, dude. Man, 1,200. Lots of amenities. I'm a big fan of the community. There's no views. Everything faces an internal, really, really lush courtyard area. And I just like that about it. This one's interesting, dude. So keep going. Keep going.
it's got a little
Maybe
lofty
this isn't
loft
the
up there.
one. There, boom, there it is, buddy. This is how they get really, really creative on these upstairs units, right?
Yeah.
So it is a 1 bedroom, but go show it to them. It's like a big yoga crash pad up there now,
Okay. Let's see what we got.
right?
So bedroom off to the side. It's nice. Little
So
benign.
got
Oh,
AC, and
there
there
we
you
go.
go. That is your little crash pad.
Hey, you could throw someone up there for a couple of days, a week, weekend.
Absolutely. Now it's going to be you're going to crawl a bit. I don't know if you can completely stand on the whole thing there. Danny and I couldn't.
Not
And then
super
look
great
at
for
that.
us. Yeah. Oh,
Attic
storage.
access. There you go. Store some crap.
There you go. Huh.
Yeah.
So amenities, that's kind of what
Sauna,
you're paying for.
jacuzzi, couple
Sauna,
pools.
jacuzzi,
Yeah,
barbecue.
we got tennis courts up above, dog park in there.
It's a beautiful complex. There is a sense of community there too.
They're raving fans.
Absolutely. So if you're looking
I
for
just
something
hate
like
that you
that,
got to drive around the entire community to get out of it. That's my only
just get me
thought.
out of here. I don't want the whole tour.
Man, here we go. West Side land, 3.6 acres for 622.
In the country ranches.
It's technically halfway to Wailuku to Kaukaloa, which is our furthest. I don't know, is it west or north town here on the west side? Still more of a Hawaiian village, if you would. But yeah, there it is, guys. You can have it. 3.6 acres. It's absolutely developed. A little bit of a sketchy drive. That's what I'm going to call it. It's
Can't be.
somebody just
Someone went
drove.
over the edge. Yeah.
That's it. Somebody just drove over the edge. That's what happens a lot, man.
I did see
Yep.
that. I
It
did
goes
see that.
goes to one lane. Literally, local people, when you freeze, if you're a tourist and you freeze, a local person will stop by and they'll offer to drive your car for you because they just want to get to work.
So what are we looking at here? We do have monthly maintenance fees of 229. We do have
Yep.
taxes broken down monthly to 249. Those are paid twice a
Yep.
year. And we do have quarterly association dues of 649. So
And I don't know if that includes the water. Sometimes it does, but you got a private water company out there. So here it is, motivated sellers. That is
yeah,
motivated. I'm going to say that's a deal for land. if you're looking for Fortress of Solitude lifestyle on
It
acreage.
is. It looks like a pretty good parcel too. Pretty
It really does.
level. There's no crazy. I mean, hillside. You get the nice views. It's a nice
Yeah,
neighborhood. I wouldn't mind
it
living
really
in
is. Yeah, I just don't like that drive, man. That's me.
it.
Here we go. The Whaler, 1,775 for 905 square feet. I don't know. So updated in 14. Yeah, so it's one of the way back ones with the view. Ah, we'll see.
You got a bit of a view.
They live large. 2,400 bucks for your fees.
We'll
There it
see.
is. We'll bring the East Coast to the upcountry. It
Wow.
looks
This feels so out of place.
except for upcountry. And there's many with that particular style there. So yeah. Upcountry feels like mainland for a lot of people. You start getting up in that higher elevation, maybe you start seeing some more pines, etc. You need a fireplace. You'll occasionally see your breath. Stuff will freeze on you.
So Kula 200, one of the most desirable neighborhoods upcountry, I would say.
It really is. Yeah. Just up above Kamehameha schools too, man. So this is kind of like more convenient Kula. You can get down to, yeah, technically in Pukalani, go to Marlowe's, the well-beloved pizza and wood-fired oven delights restaurant up there, and a
Wow,
slew of different food trucks. Yeah,
look at this primary. I mean, massive. Must be the
dude,
closet.
that is.
That is a place to behold. Simple
Oh,
bedrooms. Some updates, then some of the bathrooms look pretty dated, kind of
yep. They did some
1998.
things in. Yeah, they did some things there in 2020. Very unique house though. Ooh, Tesla batteries
On two
and
acres.
on 2 acres. Doesn't have an ohana, so if you wanted to develop, add some rental income, another family member, whatever, you could definitely do that.
What do you think about that
Oh,
price, Johnny? 3.75.
so they're below $1,000 a foot. I'll
Yeah,
give them that. Um, yeah, man. I mean, dude, Kula 200 is an interesting animal, right? Because you get
it
some
is.
really dated stuff, and then you get like very unique. This feels kind of. I'll give it perceived market value, slightly
Yeah,
aspirational. Yeah, I
I
mean,
think so too.
somebody's just got to fall in love with it. Then it all makes sense, right? If you like that particular style, that's your dream style house. Boom.
No HOA in Kula 200, I don't think.
Not that I see.
So this to me, like Kula 200 feels like the Maui Meadows of upcountry. Bit of a
Mm,
rebel
yeah,
neighborhood.
a hodgepodge,
A little
hodgepodge of
less, maybe
styles.
less rebellious, bit of hodgepodge of styles. So it's a different demographic than the Maui Meadows too, for sure.
I think this goes somewhere in the 3.2 ish, somewhere in there. If I had to take a stab at it,
That's his guess. Maybe we should start doing
delete,
guesses on these properties. This could be fun.
delete. If I'm wrong,
We'll just delete that. It'll close for four
yeah,
million. John will be like,
there you
whatever.
go.
All
Here's
right,
what
something
rentals
to
cost you
rent.
guys. Yeah, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, regular old 1,400 square foot house on an acre, 5 grand.
Kind of
Cool. They
cute,
open up
but
all the rafters there. Yeah, that's a
pretty
that's 5 grand there, guys.
normal house out in Haiku.
Yeah. Yep.
5,000 a month.
Opio
Pio.
Place. Okay. So this is Halepi'ilani. So that's
There is
North Kihei. There's Kamalani right there.
Kamalani.
So yeah, so it's right backing to the community there. House with Ohana. That's kind of a bit of a deal for me for a detached Ohana, quite frankly, Danny.
I think they priced this one fairly well.
Yeah, for two
Everything
one,
else is like
that
1.3,
that
but
feels that feels aspirational. How dated is it? Is it a
it
dog?
says it needs some TLC. So
Hmm.
let's
So that looks like the Ohana there.
wait. What are we looking at? This looks like totally different. Wait, we're like one kitchen and then we go into a different kitchen?
I don't know which one's Ohana and which one's not, right? That's the Ohana.
This is
It's
the
gotta
Ohana.
be. That's the Ohana. Got the oh, you got the portable AC
But we
action
got like
going
three
on.
three kitchens going on here. Because this is
Oh,
different than this.
So you got 3 rental opportunities. You got to read the remarks.
Okay. Let's
Non-conforming.
main house with attached studio plus a detached separate ohana. Ah, there we go.
There it
So
is, guys. Two
this
bedroom,
is
1 bath.
so this must be the attached studio, and then something else
That's
is the
in
ohana.
the Ohana.
So three potential
That's
units,
that's a deal.
owned solar.
That's a deal.
This is a deal.
It is.
What could you rent that for? Studio you rent for
Studio's going to bring 1,800 to 2 grand
what I'm
because it's
thinking.
got its own kitchen and everything there. The 2 bedroom, 1 bath probably brings, because of the 1 bath, I'm going to say maybe 3,500. I was going to rent out that main house, probably 4,500. So all in, where are we at? 8 grandish, somewhere in there.
8 grandish. But if you just rent out the studio and the 2 bedroom, maybe 5-ish thousand per month,
So here's
that
the beauty
helps.
of a complex like this, right? Is you can move around this based off of your lifestyle that's going on, right? So you're a retiree, you're going to travel. Maybe now I'm just dumping everything in my studio if I can get it to fit. I've got the storage, or I'm living in the 1 bedroom and I'm renting everything else out, or vice versa. It just gives you choices, man. That's how I'm going to build mom's property, where I'm going to move about that thing depending on what's going on in my life.
Seasons of life.
That's
I
it.
like it. I think it's pretty
That's a
good.
good one. That's a
So
good one.
quiet spot. I mean, you're right there, kind of kiddying up to potential future development, but nothing on the radar.
Nope.
I like it. It's definitely not one
Convenient too, man.
overpriced.
Yep, convenient. That'll get you right to Costco in about 20 minutes.
Right there.
Here we
Maui
go.
surf.
This seems like it is perceived market value to me, Danny.
Yep, right
This
in
is
there.
what Maui surf always looks like. Just these grand kitchens with crazy
Very
woodwork,
fancy.
man.
Yeah,
They throw it all out there.
they
And they
do.
look much bigger than they did. Now that's a good size square footage for a 1 bedroom, but man, they just seem so grand. And it's low density, I like that about the community there. Like what
Very
is it?
low density.
Yeah, 1 or 2 units per, because it's multiple buildings if I remember correctly.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So but you see a lot of this kind of stucco work interior, like this inset AC, and I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. It's like everyone's kind of in it.
Right. They all have the same taste.
They all have the same taste. It's
Same designer.
like a vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
we'll zoom
Hotel
in
Zone.
real quick. So here's what we got. So you got
Yeah.
9 buildings set out, a couple pools, tennis
Yep.
courts. I mean,
Look at how
right on the
sprawled that out
beach.
that is compared to Nani Kaihale. Kihei. Is it Kihei Kai?
Kihei
What's that one
Kai
right
right
there?
next door.
That's
Yeah,
Kihei
these are just
Kai.
like on top of each other. These are kind
That's
of
the
spread
one where the
out.
ocean water is going underneath and kind of messing with their foundation up there in the front. Kihei
Sure
Kai.
is. Kihei
Yeah.
Kai.
Oh, there you got Sugar Beach. Boom, all of it right there.
It's a nice spot.
It is.
You paid the monies for it for sure.
That's it. Here we go.
This
South
one,
Point at Waiakoa. That's a great first photo, man. Looking nice and clean. First day on the market, 2 bedroom, 1.5. They refreshed it recently. Potential flip.
flip for
For
sure.
a
Flip.
flip, complete redo. I get it. They are, they definitely came out less than most flippers would. I think most flippers would have wanted to lead with 650.
6. Yep. I don't think they get the 588 though.
No. On a
Alrighty.
Kauai leasehold studio, $1,000, another 284. Just know that $1,000 includes everything, including electricity. Kind of funky view for Hawaii, man. They need to do something with that rough tennis court that's just sitting there. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a bummer.
Seems like that would be a meaningful edit.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
there you
with the
go.
fees so high already, it's like, dude, can't you do something with that?
So they added that kind of half wall in between to sort of create some space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Eh, nice little spot.
2.25.
Don't move too quick, but we'll see
No,
what happens. Oops, I skipped ahead a little bit. Here we go.
the Maui Meadows.
Boom. Key
All right, Kihei
Villages,
Villages,
ground floor.
fresh.
almost the same price, 588,
Yeah.
589.
So coming out at that 589, so still, in the fives. Okay. I mean, that's it's a nice remodel there, huh?
Big
It's
remodel this
cute.
year and then selling it.
Yeah, it's cute. Okay, floor plan. What's my yard look like? I'm gonna do all this. Ah, dude, that's a loaded unit, man.
It looks nice. They've done
Building 9. Is that loud up there, Danny? Am I up on the highway now? I wanted to
not on the
say,
highway. You're just in
okay,
the highway, but you're on the highway side of the property. Okay. Yeah, pretty spacious yard.
go. Not a
Extended the
bunch of stuff to
pergola
take care of. Doesn't look like they have a bunch of grass or anything. Yeah.
on the
Yeah, they
parking
did
lot.
extend that. Okay. Cute
So,
unit.
yeah,
Yeah, cute unit.
very cute spot. 589. I think you're a
We'll
bit on
see.
the high side. We'll
Problem
see
is
what
you just
happens.
have so many options in there, Just
Yeah,
I think it makes people go, why? Why is everybody selling?
you got all the options.
This is
Yeah.
so different from Pi'ilani Villages, man. I would never have picked that out. But yeah, they blew up the backyard big time.
So this one, yeah, we showed this one a
It's
couple weeks ago.
yeah. Is this the Kynes house, the realtor one?
Mm, is it?
Nope.
I don't think so.
All right.
So 1-1 cash. They dropped it down to
Yep.
1-2-3-9, and they took 1-1 cash. Closed it in a couple of weeks.
That's what's up.
Cam Sands, 8 building. Still got 620 cash in the 8 building. Ground floor even. So these had a bit of an issues for plumbing.
Yeah. Paid
Uh,
it.
they were backing up for a while in the 8 building. Sewage coming in the units.
You've
Not
got
so
such a
fun.
good memory, dude. Yeah. It's such a good memory there,
Not so
Danny.
fun. Maybe that's gone by now, but those on the outside are typically struggle. Here's some land in
There's
Lahaina.
515 and they got a note for it. This is Lahaina Luna-ish looking to me. Smaller lot, 5,000. There it
Smaller
is.
lot. They got it done.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, brought her own peeps. Kaimalu.
Ah, the very famous Kaimalu.
About what you expect. Came out at 3 milli. Closed at
Yep.
2,475
Yep. If it's got
after
that view, that's what did it.
7, 8 months on the market. It's Kaimalu. And last but not least, this one finally
Maui
sold, Johnny.
Meadows. Yeah, it was a B&B. Is that my understanding?
Yes,
It's a
was a bed
it's
and
a
breakfast.
funky, cool looking house, man. A lot of wood. It's got Bali vibes.
Super
It's
funky,
like a
super cool.
yeah. Yep.
So
Alrighty.
Alyssa originally came on at 3.99, classic Maui style, went up almost 200,000 up to 4,175. Ended up closing at 3,650. So
Yeah.
what, 600,000, 700,000 under your asking price. So someone
Yep.
did well.
That's what's up.
That's Maui for you. Aloha
All right,
Friday
Bubba.
edition. Got some deals of the
You.
week. Check them out. We talked a little bit about what's going on in the testimonials for the Minatoya list. If you want links to those videos, let us know. If you're on island, hit us up. Until next time, Monday. I don't think we have any holidays coming up. Nothing.
Nope.
Business as usual. Monday.
July
See you then.
4th, Lumen. That's the next one. All right,
Enjoy your
Bubba.
weekend. Aloha.
Yo.
Yeah.